What if I told you that our civilization might not be the first? We're taught that history is a straight road. Hunter-gatherers, then farming, then pyramids, then modern society, clean, linear, simple. But what if that story is wrong? What if ancient civilizations, the Mayans, the Egyptians, the Sumerians, had their own ancient civilizations before them? Civilizations lost to time, buried under oceans, or erased by global cataclysms we barely understand. This isn't fantasy. This is evidence. And once you see it, you'll never look at history the same way again. Let's begin where history supposedly began. Textbooks say civilization began around 3000 BC, but in Turkey there's a site called Göbekli Tepe. It's 12,000 years old. That's twice as old as the pyramids. Huge stone pillars, perfect geometry, advanced astronomy built into the layout. But here's the twist. We're told the people of that time were hunter-gatherers, nomads, primitive. No cities, no writing, no agriculture. Yet somehow they built stone temples bigger than Stonehenge. Someone taught them. Someone passed knowledge forward. But who? Civilizations don't invent architecture overnight. They don't invent astronomy overnight. Knowledge has lineage. If the builders of Gobekli Tepe were primitive, then where did that knowledge come from? One possibility is that there was an older civilization, before the Ice Age, that passed knowledge down. Another possibility is that there were multiple cycles of rise and collapse long before recorded history, and that brings us to the flood. It's not one story from one religion. There are hundreds of flood myths from every corner of the world, all describing the same thing, a world that existed before and was destroyed. Sound familiar? What got destroyed? Let's head to Egypt. The Great Sphinx doesn't match the pyramids. The erosion patterns on its body aren't from sand, but from water. Water. In a desert that hasn't seen heavy rainfall for thousands of years. This suggests the Sphinx could be far older than dynastic Egypt. Not 4,000 years old, maybe 10,000 or even older. This means the ancient Egyptians didn't build everything from scratch. They inherited. They found something that was already there, a civilization before theirs, and they built on its bones. But what happened to the originals? Now, let's go underwater. Off the coast of Japan lies Yonaguni. Submerged stone terraces, perfect right angles, staircases, causeways. Another one lies off India's coast, Dwarka. Stone walls, road systems, even artifacts. These cities were covered by rising seas at the end of the Ice Age, which means they existed before the sea levels rose. That means they are older than any civilization we teach in school. Evidence points to advanced construction long before our timeline begins, and the pattern repeats. Maybe civilization didn't start once. Maybe it started, collapsed, and restarted multiple times. Just like the Mayans, just like the Mesopotamians, just like Rome. Civilizations rise when conditions are stable and fall when the environment turns. Think about it. If a global catastrophe happened today, a massive earthquake, a solar flare, an asteroid, the collapse of the power grid, what would remain of us in 500 years? Maybe concrete skeletons, maybe carvings, maybe stories. Sound familiar? It has already happened before. Ancient cultures all tell the same story. Atlantis, Zep-Tepi, the First Age, the Dreamtime, the Golden Age. Different names, same story. There was a civilization before ours, something powerful, something knowledgeable, something that fell. Not because they were foolish, not because they were weak, but because nature resets the world. Ice ages come, volcanoes erupt, oceans rise, and memory becomes myth. So what does that mean for us? We are not the peak of history. We are a chapter, one civilization in a long chain of rise and collapse. Maybe the ancients didn't lose knowledge. Maybe they remembered knowledge from someone who came before. And if that's true, then we are not the first civilization, just the most recent. And one day, future archaeologists may look at our ruins and ask the same question. Who were they, and what did they leave behind? If this idea fascinates you as much as it does me, hit that like button and subscribe for more journeys into the mysteries of our past. Thank you for watching.